show full of great guests. Huey Oglesby from Louisiana is no exception. Huey, thanks for being on the show with me this morning. I wanted to start in and ask you a few questions about Rayburn Smith, your representative, but I'm not going to do that. We won't put him on the spot because he's not here today.
Good.
But you do have a long relationship with him. Let's talk about that. How long you've been selling cattle with Superior Livestock and how long you've been in this relationship partnership with Rayburn Smith.
I worked with Rayburn when he had the sale barn in Clarence, Louisiana, back in the 70s, and then off and on working offshore, and 16 years as a rep with him.
Wow. I mean, that is a long time. Talk about the years of working with somebody like that in the cattle industry, the changes you've seen, and the things you guys have gone through in the cattle business.
We've seen a lot of changes, from cheap cattle to high cattle now. Years ago, lucky if you could bring a set of calves into the barn and get 6 cents a pound for them.
Wow.
So it's a lot of difference, and in our part of the country was getting people to get the right bulls and the right genetics, and everything's in place now, and it's been good.
I know when I've talked to Rayburn, he really does hone in on genetics, and he finds a big importance on that. And how does that play a part in your cattle operation?
It does, because of the cows that the people can run, because in my part of the country, down in South Louisiana, the cattle got to have some ear because of the insects and stuff. And then you bring some good bulls in there and you'll get some good calves. But it's just tough raising those cattle down there in the marsh.
Speaking of the kind of cattle you run in your country, let's talk about the kind of country you run on. You're from Louisiana, you're getting a lot of rain right now, you've been getting a lot of rain. We were just down there. I mean, it's great country and it's great cattle country.
Yeah, it's river bottom land, real good. Our clover, you know, the ones that didn't get under the water survived, but everything that went under the water, it killed the clover. So, but the ryegrass the grass is coming back, the Bermuda grass is coming back in places, so that's really helped.
Well, you have 11 loads on today on the auction. That's a lot of loads. Let's highlight some of those loads and what you're selling and offering today.
A lot of calves on cows. These are going to be some good calves that's coming off in our fall delivery that we normally sell this time every year and ship them in September, October, November. So we're glad to be here and try to get the cattle sold.
I know we're glad to have you, and like I said, I know Rayburn was pretty sad to miss out and not be able to be here in Fort Worth, but let's go back and talk a little bit about your relationship with Rayburn. Do you have any good stories on him from over the years?
Oh God, I got a bunch. I guess the last one was here not long ago. He got a set of hearing aids.
Oh, he did?
And we was at the sale here, and he always picking on me, telling all kind of stories and stuff, so I asked him about halfway through the sale, I said, "How you hearing, Rayburn?" He said, "Well, this here I'm doing pretty good, but this over here ain't doing so good." So I reached over there, opened his little box up, and his battery for his right ear was in the box. But we have a good times together and joke and carry on, and we really have fun.
Well, taking it back a step, let's talk about how you got involved in the livestock and cattle industry.
Well, Rayburn, it's kind of like myself. Back in them days, we had cattle on the open range and everything, and we didn't have cattle in pastures and everything. When we got ready to go get cattle up, we brought them up out of the woods and everything.
Wow.
It was open range. And his family slaughtered cattle and stuff. And when I joined up with Rayburn, just meeting him and having him pen cattle, and we become real good friends.
Well, I know, like we said, you have 11 loads on today. We wish you the best of luck. I want to thank you for coming up here from Louisiana and joining me on Sunrise this morning. When we come back, another great guest. Don't go anywhere.